Seung Chul.
Yep.
Okay, take it away, third speaker.
Yep. Hello, this is Xiang Chong, and I'm going to present for the comparison of antioxidant level in kombucha products based on origin of kombucha. So for the introduction, so we know about the kombucha is a very good antioxidant drink, and also there are a lot of antioxidant properties. However, there are limited comparison studies between different kombucha products on antioxidant level. So therefore, this study will aim to compare an antioxidant level based on the origin of kombucha using ABTS, Folin, FRAP, and total antioxidant capacity assays tag. So the first, we hypothesize that origin of kombucha will affect antioxidant capacity. So to measure the difference, this study used similar flavors from different companies using different origin of kombucha. So I used total 6 different kombucha brands, 3 from Korea and 3 from Australia. The kombucha I used are the following. So the Damta lemon kombucha, T-France Hyaluron lemon kombucha, Now Green kombucha lemon, Remedy kombucha ginger lemon, OK Bucha, lemon mitro ginger, the source ginger turmeric kombucha. So each kombucha will be labeled as a L1, L2, L3, so as the Korean ones, and 1 GL, 2 LM, and 3 GT for 3 Australian ones. So by calculating antioxidants, excluding different effects from other substances, this study will investigate whether kombucha products using different origin of kombucha have significant difference in antioxidant level. So first, let's look at the ABTS table. So this is the table of ABTS assay result. So at the left part, we can see the dilution. So 1 in 2, 1 in 4, and 1 in 8, and also 1 in 16. And these are the tables show the average percent inhibition values of each ABTS assay results from set 1 drink and set 2 drinks. So these are the average. So as we can see it, so in the A/B test assay, we can check the level of antioxidant, which is including hydrophilic and lipophilic antioxidant. So in general level, this shows the lowest dilution we can use for other assays. So this simple assay demonstrates that except for one Australian drink, which is 1 GL, other Korean drinks have similar or higher antioxidant levels compared to Australian drinks. Then first, let's look at the following. So by following, I use 1 in 2 neat and 1 in 4 dilutions, and we use the gallic acid for the standard curve. So following assay determine the total phenolic content of each drink. So in this research, we use gallic acid, and as we seen A/B test assay results before, we can notice the gap between A/B test result and following result. So at the A/B test assay, the Korean drinks L1, L2, L3 is all better than 2 LM and 3 GT. However, in the following, it is opposite. 2 LM and 3 GT has a higher antioxidant level than L1, L2, L3, and we can think about this by the Follin's property, because Follin is the Follin assay, which is detecting all the reducing substances, which is also includes vitamin C and sugars, can be the key part of this result. So let's look at the OK Bucha, which was the 2 LM, and the source kombucha, which was 3 GT. The images are the nutrition facts from OK Bucha, lemon, and the source ginger turmeric. So analyzing the 2 Australian drinks, we could notice the reason of high Folin results beside to ABTS. The OK Bucha lemon has high carbohydrate rates compared to other Korean drinks, which is 14.25 gram per serving. Our Korean drink was 3 gram per serving, and 4 gram per serving. It is almost four times bigger. And also, besides the freshly made kombuchas from the source, which is the 3GT, had low carbohydrates but use fresh organic ingredients which could increase vitamin C rate high enough to change following results. Then let's see at the FRAP assay. I use FRAP assay dilutions for L1, L2, L3, and 2LM and 3G2, 3GT in 1 and 2, 1 and 4, and 1 and 8. However, 1GL was very high in A/B test, so I used 1 and 4, 1 and 8, and 1 and 16 dilutions. And you can see at the FRAP, unlike the following before, the FRAP assay's result is literally similar to the ABTS assay we used to see before. And lastly, let's look at the TAC assay, the total antioxidant capacity assay. So this was the similar, we did this dilution same as the full FRAP assay before. So only 1GL, which was the highest, we used 1 and 4, 1 and 8, and 1 and 16 dilutions. The TAC assay lines up with ABTS and FRAP assay, of course, measuring each drink's antioxidant level. The result gives similar expectation of antioxidant levels with ABTS and FRAP, which we could line up the drinks as following order. So the 1GL, L1, L2, and 3G2, L3, and following by 2LM. So this could be the antioxidant level of each kombucha products. So let's look at the discussion. So as the research question was primarily defined by antioxidant levels based on the production origin of kombucha, browsing through the internet, we couldn't find out the production origin of kombucha of each use on Australian kombucha. Thus, we will base on the information that we could receive from the nutrition facts from Korean kombucha and internet information which were their websites from the Australian drinks. From the source, website stating the kombucha's category as 100% Australian origin coffee, tea and beverages health, and superfoods organic. So this is the L1 nutrition facts, L2 nutrition facts, and L3 nutrition facts. So the 3 Korean drinks, Damto lemon kombucha, P-Friends Hyaluron lemon kombucha, and Now Green lemon kombucha, which is L1, L2, and 3, have kombucha ferment extract from Netherlands and Sri Lanka. So L1 Damto lemon kombucha, which was the highest on the Korea, had the Netherlands origin, and L2 and L3 had Sri Lanka origin kombucha. Furthermore, the source website stating the kombucha categories as 100% Australian origin coffee, tea and beverage, health, and superfood organic could include 2 possible possibilities. So which are Australian original kombucha have low antioxidant level of the 100% original Australian, or the 100% or Australian origin means the place and organic ingredients used for making the kombucha was originated from Australia, except the kombucha itself. Lastly, Remedy Kombucha Ginger Lemon, which was the 1GL, which is the highest, their kombucha as certificate or organic raw kombucha. Even with the lowest carbohydrates, the antioxidant level of whole assay, which also including the following, were the highest. This represents the kombucha used for Remedy kombucha has the highest antioxidant level compared by the Netherlands and Sri Lanka origin kombucha ferment extract. This result could be affected by the point, which was the process that they brew the kombucha beside other Korean kombuchas using ferment extract. As the source kombucha, which was the last kombucha, so the 3GT, mentions the local brewer on their website and having low antioxidant level than Korean drinks, the difference could be narrowed down into only seeing at the origin of kombucha. So what this means is the progress of the brewing the kombucha cannot be really influencing the antioxidant levels of the different kombuchas. So this is the conclusion. The antioxidant levels based on the origin of kombucha could be concluded as following order. So the first, Remedy Kombucha Ginger Lemon's origin. Second, Netherlands, which was the L1. Third, Sri Lanka, which was the L2 and L3. And lastly, Australia, which was the 3GT. Origin of kombucha and antioxidant may be associated with each other due to the similarity of antioxidant level of Sri Lanka origin kombuchas and difference between different origin kombuchas. However, the difference between the usage of brewing and ferment extract has less constant correlation from the antioxidant level suggested by comparing the source kombucha with Korean kombuchas. As the assay has been progressed by aiming on antioxidant, there were some extra issues of the assay reacting to non-antioxidant factors. In instance, for the frap, there was a vitamin C and sugar contains, and also I didn't mention it here, but at the DPPH there were kind of a precipitations because of the DPPH assays, the properties. For further researches, narrowing down the specific antioxidant substance and reactants could improve the results from preventing contaminations made by different reactants. Furthermore, knowing the origin of kombucha from Australian drinks, which they didn't provide to me, can provide better description of the result. So this research gives further view to develop certain cultivation environment for the high antioxidant kombucha, researching the characteristics of origins from high antioxidant origins. The cultivation methods and environments that are used on Netherlands and Remedy Kombucha's kombucha origin, something very long, could be studied to develop the fittest environment of cultivating kombucha with high antioxidant in also different countries. Thank you. Is there a question?
Yes, so you were talking about the source of the different kombuchas and that L1 was from
Yep.
Netherlands and 2 and 3. But in a lot of your data, I thought L1 and 2 had similar, in some of your assays, L1 and L2 had similar. Can you just go back to you?
Oh. Yeah. We should look at the A/B test first. So L1 and L2, yeah, they are looking very similar.
Yeah.
And also that was the part of the green, so the black tea part, because the L1 and L2 all had green tea, the black tea, but L3 had black of it. And also that kind of a little bit of difference can also give some kind of a bad resulting in the only just comparing the origin of the kombucha, but as we can see, the L2 was always lower than L1, and it is not a changing fact. So I think, yeah. So it is based on the black.
Significant is that different?
Me between L1 and
Yeah.
L2.
Very similar.
It's interesting that from the Korean companies that they put in their source of kombuchas, but it seems a little more obscure, doesn't it, for the Australian ones? I think the OK Butcher company are very obscure about where theirs come from, and I'm not even sure I'd say where Remedy could well be coming in from overseas as well too. We don't really know that. We're assuming the source is actually made.
So we can just think about, for not thinking about the origin or just thinking about company, we can see that the bigger companies make better kombuchas like that, just for a simple result.
Yeah. Better's always a term, I mean, in terms of antioxidants, but
only antioxidants.
Given that the kombuchas are, mostly sold for, I guess, health benefits.
Yeah, so for example, looking at the vitamins, then 3GT, so the organic thing will be the best because it becomes very high in the frap and the formulated by the vitamins. So.
Yes, that's true. So it's got other components in it that might not be active in the antioxidant assays, but it's got some value in terms of other benefits. Because kombuchas are marketed for, health and especially gut health, which is why they have the probiotics in it. Okay.
Can I just ask a question? I might miss that. So the 3 Australian drinks are all from the same company, or they're different?
No, complete, but same flavor.
Same flavor. So
Yeah.
it looks like, so the first one, Remedy, is
Yeah.
the company that uses not fresh fruit, is it correct?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So and it looks like it's more, has got higher antioxidant capacity compared to the other two, which in theory should contain fresh fruit, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Any comment?
I guess she's asking, is
Oh,
there,
got you.
yeah,
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm asking you.
So,
Any, you know,
so we are just looking at the antioxidant level. So even the two elements, 3GT and other like L1, L2, L3 does not have some beverages, the drinks did not have a real fruit, but they could have a better kombucha fermentance, and also the fruits antioxidant level cannot be that high when they are kind of having a process and become a real drink. So there could be many like kind of like 10% of only fruits. So the antioxidant levels was just like this. So we can know that even there is a sign of an organic sign, it does not 100% means that there are high antioxidants. Something is different, won't work.
and then of course when we come to taste itself, that's a whole other matter.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's very thorough, very good.